As patrons navigate a particularly desolate and damp halls of Fazbear's Fright, they were round a bend into a deeply unsettling, claustrophobic party room. The air here feels colder, heavier, and carries the faint, sickly scent of decay mixed with old grease. The only illumination comes from an unsteady, single bare bulb suspended from the ceiling, casting stark, dancing shadows across the grime, water-stained walls. At the heart of this horrifying portrayal, directly before the patrons, stands a cage, its bars bent and corroded, some snapped, others dripping with what looks like ancient grime and moisture. The cage itself seems to hum with malevolent energy, barely containing the terror within. Surrounding this cage, affixed crudely to the stained, peeling wallpaper and crumbling brickwork of the chamber walls, are unsettling pictures. These aren't polished photographs. They are faded, hastily drawn, childlike sketches, or perhaps crude newspaper clipping style renditions of missing posters. Each one depicts a simplistic, often featureless figure, sometimes with wide, vacant eyes or a single tear-like line, while others display images of what appears to be a seemingly innocent spring bonnie with a group of children. They are intentionally unsettling and amateuresque, designed to evoke a child's lost innocence. Inside this rusted prison stands Springtrap. His grotesque form, a macabre fusion of withered animatronic and skeletal remains, is not merely displayed, but imprisoned within the cage. Thick, rust-eaten chains are brutally embedded directly into the crumbling brickwork and splintered studs of the room's walls. These chains extend through the cage bars, or sometimes appear to pierce directly into Springtrap's tattered suit and the clanged flesh within, giving the chilling impression that he's literally impaled and held aloof by them inside his iron confinement. One chain, particularly taut and unnervingly positioned, tightly clenches his right wrist, forcing his arm into a rigid, unnatural pose. In his grasp, he brandishes a large, tarnished, and unmistakably bloody and rusty pizza knife. Its serrated edge catches the flickering light, glinting with malevolent sheen as if still hungry. Through unseen, subtle mechanisms, the embedded chains will periodically twitch and pull. This was caused Springtrap to lurch and sway with horrifying, jerky motion, as if an unseen force is manipulating him like a twisted marionette within his cage. Each lurch sends the pizza knife arching wildly through the air, sometimes swimming disturbingly close to the cage bars, scraping against them with a trilling shriek of metal on metal. The sounds of chains straining and creaking will amplify the chilling spectacle. Throughout the exhibit, a deep, gravelly, and exaggeratedly malevolent voice representing Afton will play through the hidden speakers. These lines will be distorted and echo, as if resonating from within Springtrap or the very walls of the building itself. They will showcase his psychopathy and twisted pride, even in his tormented state, sometimes accompanied by a chilling, wet cough or rasp.
Foolish children, did they truly think they could stop me? Ha ha! As if they scream, they cry. It's all part of the fun. You can't hide from me, you fool! I always come back. One more. Always one more to add to the collection. They never stood a chance. So simple.
Contrasting Afton's malevolent lines will be echoes of children crying, with these sounds punctuating the horrific nature of the deranged serial killer's crimes and representing the MCI victims. The entire exhibit is a horrifying allegory for William Afton's crimes, his enduring malevolence, and his inescapable fate. The rusted cage explicitly represents Afton's internal imprisonment. He's not just trapped by the Springtrap suit. He's now physically contained within a structure that mirrors his spiritual confinement. The broken bars hindered his futile attempts at escape. The chains, embedded into the very structure of Fazbear's Fright since piercing Springtrap, represent the inescapable bonds of his past actions. He is literally bound by the terrible consequences of his crimes. The fact that they extended to the cage reinforces that his prison is multi-layered. The crude pictures surrounding the cage serve as a constant visual accusation. They are a grim reminder of the children whose lives he stole, acting as silent witnesses to his perpetual torment. Their amateuristic nature adds to the unsettling feeling of children's art tainted by horror. The subtle jerky motions of Springtrap, controlled by the chains, imply a dual manipulation. On one hand, the spirits of the missing children are exacting their spectral revenge, forcing him to witness their faces on the wall. On the other, Aspen is so consumed by his past malevolence that his own twisted psyche fuels his constant struggle and serves as his self-inflicting tormentor. The knife is the most direct and horrifying callback to the MCI, being a common, unassuming kitchen tool from a pizzeria, transformed into a weapon of horrific bloodshed. Its rest and blood stains are a tangible, grim testament to the passage of time and the undeniable mark of his atrocities. Afton, now trapped within Springtrap, is forced to eternally brandish the very instrument of his monstrous acts, a perpetual reminder of the lives he took. His swings inside the cage are a desperate, futile attempt to use it again, highlighting his unyielding malevolence, even as the faces of his victims stare down at him.